slightly silly.
Hello, everyone. Let's see if this. Oh, that was a very cheery hello, wasn't it? Oh, sorry. Oh, we are live. Let me just see if. Oh my gosh, I found the video first time. Oh, good. No, I can hear my voice. I think I'm very happy. I swam 50 laps today.
Mum's video. Where you streaming this to?
My YouTube account.
No, Facebook wise.
Oh, Scrapbook Fantasies created family group, like every week. You'd think he doesn't know how to scribe for me. Anyway.
I am the #1 scribe, Alex.
You are when it comes to what's it called? Mixed media? Because we seem to have a lot of each other together. Right. Well, hello, Di. Let's get started, shall we? Waiting for the other person to come to rock up. Who knows? Rightio. Oh, hello, Sandra. So, tonight.
Sure, is everyone's video quality okay? Because my video quality on the computer's a bit glitchy, but that just may be my computer because it's dying.
Yeah, our PC is dying. The one that we scribe on. It's quite a fun experience. That's why we normally bash the keys because we're like, just work. Oh, hello, Diane G.
And emojis don't work on it, so.
Actually, they do. You just have to type them in manually, and then it pops up as a circle. Oh. I know. A lot of work for something very small. Right. Sorry about that. So, we are gonna have some fun today with some rice paper, and we're gonna use gauze, but we're not gonna use gauze as in like a collage sense, like we normally do when we put it down as a layer. We're gonna use it as a stencil. I will be honest with you, I don't know how well it's gonna go because it's quite thin.
Tash says hello.
Stencil, hello, Tash. But you never know. It could go extremely well. So that's the whole gist here. So here we go. Sorry. My iPad's playing up and I just tried fixing it. It didn't work, so we're going to live with it.
I think it's just a computer because I looked at your iPad and your iPad's got crystal clear.
Yeah. It's just your computer's dying. Yeah. So let's see. So I do want a few of these frames just to give us a nice base and then we'll go into it. How was everyone's week this week? Yeah, my scissors are officially dead now.
Lorraine says, good evening. I hope you are all well.
Oh, hello, Lorraine. I am super jealous of your new area. Hey, mate. Yeah.
Dee says, hi, Naomi. Hi, everyone. Hi, Noah. Smiley face.
Oh, hello, Dee. Yes, we are all well. Mum has started taking her vertigo tablets again because she was a nut job who went, I'm all better. I don't have to take these things, and stopped taking them. And I am going to call her a nut job because that is a nutty move. And she's in the shower, which is the only reason why I have guts at the moment.
Chicken.
Yeah. You married her. Anyway.
Sherry Y says, hi, everyone.
Oh, hello, Cherie. Her name's Cherie, no.
Oh, Cherie. Sorry, I pronounced the name wrong. She almost said stale.
Oh, you're turning into me. Quick, you need to spend more less time around me.
Lorraine said, I have 3 spare bedrooms. About time I put them to use.
Yes, Lorraine. I 100% agree.
I have not seen Lorraine's new craft room, so I'm just going to not question it.
Okay. Any new craft room is like heaven. I'm going to change them scissors because... Oh, black and white ones aren't working.
Most people probably think our craft room is great because it's big. It's like...
It is. It's really big. It's amazing to use. It's just, we have to share it between people.
There's Dad, Amelia, you, me, Mum, basically everyone in the house.
Yep.
And then the cats too, we have to share it with. Because, Maddie owns the chair.
Yeah, so the chair that Mum crafts on, Maddie sleeps on it every night, so.
Marie says, hello there, I hope you're all well.
Yes, hello, Marie. Okay, and now... What do you reckon? I'm thinking, like, we could go with another rectangle one, or we could go with an oval one. I do like these frames. We could go with an oval
Pam
one.
says hello, everyone.
Oh, hello, Pam. I'm thinking maybe the key window frame. Maybe. Let's go with the key window. Oh, hello, Diane B. Right.
Missy likes under this chair, under the table.
Yeah. Right. So just focusing.
Diane D says, I will be over there tomorrow as it was wet today. Yeah, it was raining a lot today, wasn't it, man?
Oh, it was, but then it cleared up in the afternoon, so I was able to go for a pool swim. Because I still haven't opened the cupboard 50 meter here, which is weird because they've been finished work for a very long time.
Nice. Could be filling the pool up with water, man.
They had the official opening like 2 weeks ago.
Oh. Wouldn't the official opening people hop in it?
You'd think, hey? Right, I best not to question those things. Right, so now.
At least we have a pool down.
Good point.
Don't we have 2 pools?
We have several pools in town. We have more than 2. We have like between 3 to 4.
Yeah, but there's only one. Like the town pool's the big one.
Yeah, we have a lot of 25 meters.
Because you got West School Pool.
Got one at the Duck Ponds, and then there's one out at Boyne.
Yeah. Oh, my Facebook just crashed. I'll be back on Facebook in a minute.
Right. Here we go. Oh, okay.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow it's not so wet.
Yeah, I think we do have rain on the radar again.
Ooh, I love rain.
Check that.
Amelia is just doing it with a little rain dance over next to me. Right.
Rain.
Let's glue these down because this is our bottom layer, and then we're on to using gauze as our stencil. This might be a bit of a simple class this afternoon tonight, because I just want to see how the gauze goes as a stencil. I realize I use it a lot as a collage layer, but I've never really used it as a stencil. And, you know, I am a big believer in having a multiple purposes for your one item. Or for your rubbish. So, you know.
Tomorrow, according to
Oh, hello, Tina, and Robin. Yeah? Any Robin?
On Dad's phone tomorrow, it is going to not rain.
Oh. Hello, everybody. It's not going to rain tomorrow. So what are you doing? Using gauze as a stencil. But first we're just doing a rice paper collage layer so it's nice and flat. So then we got a better chance of the stencil thing working.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I know. A bit technical for me. That's a word to describe what I'm doing tonight. I have a plan.
Well, you know, I was very surprised about the jelly crate class because usually when you do a class like that, it takes a while. It's quite fast.
That's because I went in with a plan, no?
You have a plan for this one?
Kind of.
Is it in your head?
Maybe.
Okay. Right, you are.
Noah,
Yeah.
remember, you still have a whole weekend that you're on school holidays.
Yeah, I know.
That I can subject you to any type of chore.
Yeah. And I can make you do grandma's shopping with her. Thank you, Lorraine.
Yes. He's done. How many hours have you done so far? 1?
2, actually.
2 hours. Very proud of him.
And the Kimby movie.
And the Kimby.
That's Grandma's car.
That's Grandma's car. We call it the Kimby mobile. We probably should have mentioned that on our live, hey? Oh, oops, a daisy.
Sandy says hi, all.
Hello, Sandy. Please forget the last comment that we just said before that. This is why we shouldn't be on this weird.
I'm in lockdown. Subscribing is a very big thing.
Right, here we go. So, we've just got our gauze down. And we've got a bit of paint on our paint palette. I do not know how this is going to go. We might thin the paint on that. And there we go.
Is there any alternative methods in using the paint palette?
Not really when it comes to using gauze as a... this ain't going very well, so just give me a minute before you comment. Of course, I'm trying something I've never done before in a live. Bit of a nutty move. This idea came to me while we were watching Play School Art this morning, which I did.
Yes, because Amelia was up this morning watching Play School.
Amelia got control of the remote, so instead of watching the news,
You need to watch the news to know what happens.
Don't worry, I don't care about the news.
we're raising a very intelligent person.
Except Nate from the news.
Yeah, she does like the ABC Morning Weatherman.
Yeah, Nate.
Is that because he did the ABC Kids thing about
Right, I'm just going to try putting some paint on my gauze and then wetting it in my water tub. This is going to look real messy in a minute.
Maybe it's mixed media. If you're trying to be clean and do mixed media, you've got a few problems.
There's a good messy and then there's like an oh my goodness me messy. Right, here we go. It's definitely dyed.
It's nice, orange. Like a sand orange.
Oh, we've made it into a stamp.
You've made it into a...
So, not technically a... What's it called?
Could you do like an ink? Could you get like gauze and then an ink pad and stamp the gauze with ink pads?
You could stamp some plastic with the ink pads, but it has to be a really generous coating. Like this is soaked in water and then just squeeze it a bit like you do with your scour sponges when you wash up. Like, well, it's the best way to describe it, I think. Just get that to look a bit more natural. Natural.
You can make it into anything you want it to be.
Yeah. Kind of gives us this net pattern.
Well, it is kind of a net. Gauze is like more of a fit. Oh, the net. Did you hear about the person who tried putting their piglet in a net?
We don't need to discuss this on live.
Chloe says Lexi wants to say hi.
Oh, hello, Lexi. Oh, hi, Chloe, as well. Right. There we go. So that didn't turn out as what I thought it was. I thought I was going to do some stenciling with it, but you know what? We've got a stamp, and now the gauze is bright orange, which is good. And now we've got a bright color on it, so we can actually kind of work backwards from where we are. Normally we work our way up to brightness, which a lot of you are probably laughing at right there and then, but we work our way kind of up to that bright point. But we've gone straight for that, so now we're gonna try and, I guess, turn it back and balance it out a bit more.
Pam says hi, Lexi. Chloe says lol, evening.
Evening. What?
At least it's not red, or else Nanny would have run away.
I'm looking forward to the day when I get Dad back as my scribe.
Why? Because he doesn't know your fear of the colour red.
He does, he just doesn't mention it while I'm trying to paint.
Nanny, I'm all about pushing.
Maybe I should mention your fears.
No, please don't.
Sure.
Stop saying your fears.
See how this is a two-way street of respect?
Oh. Yeah, I'm afraid of spiders.
Everyone is like afraid of spiders, mate.
Except for people who own spiders.
Crazy. People wrap with our watercolor. So I've just added some love hearts in with my pastel pink pen, and that's just to match the pastel blue here, because we do have to work that blue in a bit. So by adding another pastel tone to the page, it means it's going to be less, like we won't have to add exactly that blue onto the page now, which will be nice. And I'm going to come in with, well, maybe this blue. Come along the corner here.
Yeah, my face looks really delayed.
That's okay.
Orange and blue, very tropical.
Yes, you definitely want the 2 layers to dry though, because orange and blue make mud. Unless you want mud, like some people like having mud.
Orange, blue, and aqua work really well with a little bit of white, because it gives you like that tropical coralry.
Is that your chosen palette, is it, Noah?
No. I just remember that from a Boom Gel thing. Because you know how Boom Gel had like the minis when they came in the pack?
Mm-hmm.
One of the packs was white, orange, blue, aqua.
Mm-hmm, I see.
And I remember when Dad was teaching a class, one person just chose those colours.
Do you have a chosen palette that you normally work with?
Me?
Yeah, colours you go to?
I need to go check my school diary. I don't know my school diary is at school.
Come on.
I'm thinking. Usually you need black for the shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Then you need pink for highlight.
Mm-hmm.
You need green. Blue. Yellow. No orange though.
Don't go for orange?
No, orange. Don't look good in orange.
You don't look good in orange? I don't think I would look good in orange. I'll just tell you the truth. I don't own many orange clothing pieces.
I don't think you look very good in stripes either. Like, sideways stripes?
No one looks good in sideways stripe.
Well, up and down stripes aren't even that good.
A few people look good in stripes. No.
Nana can rock.
So what I'm doing is, sorry, we're talking about fashion now. I'm just having a general conversation with my younger brother. So what I'm doing is we're just coming in with a fairly wet paintbrush and adding this blue in, because if we come in with the paintbrush being super wet, what happens is that the orange actually goes on top of the paint of the watercolor. So it still sits on top because it's the brighter color. And Malt paints have this tiny bit of like, it looks like a matte finish, but it's actually got a gloss effect on top of it. So then the watercolors just kind of run off dry watercolor paint.
Here's a question. Like, if someone was using, say, golden instead of Malt, would it still do the same thing?
Yes, it does it with nearly every acrylic paint. I don't know about super cheapy ones because I've never used those before, but good quality stuff. It always works.
Walmart's really cheap.
Yeah, but it's good quality.
It's good quality cheap, which is rare to come by in paints.
It's the perfect thing for Australians.
Because you can use it in hot climate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Montmart's an Australian company, so they think about our humidity.
Yeah, it's not good when, like, because at school we have some art supplies and they're more tended towards the UK.
Yeah, that's where a lot of art supplies are made, is the UK. So you find that's why storage is such a big thing over here, is like where you store your art products depends on how long they will last for in your collection.
Yeah, because at school you'd use their paint and you would, like, say you'd paint something and come back 2 minutes later and it would be just dry.
Yeah.
Which can be good, but can also be really bad.
Alright, so now that we've got that down there, we're going to come in and add another layer of collage. So we're going to do a few layers of collage. Seems to be the way, doesn't it? Right, so what are we thinking? I'm going with this colour here. And we're just going to be a bit careful because these are two-part sayings, and if you stick only the one part up, sometimes it just feels a little bit depressing.
Oh, did you see? I went to, the art mart by Marlene. Did you see some of those quotes?
Yes, no, that happened on one of my videos.
Yeah, I remember.
Thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah. Although, do you like the quote book stickers?
Yeah, they work really well. Don't get me wrong, you have to glue them down, but that's just case in point with everything.
They're good quality, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. I don't use good quality stuff. I have to use it on lives. I am terrible at lying. Well, I am.
You're very, let's just say Naomi is truthfully blunt. Well, honest.
Exactly. It's a rare gift. According to Dumbledore.
I hate to burst your bubble.
Can we stop arguing and just
It wasn't arguing, it was friendly banter.
sounds like
Alright. There we go.
Is that gesso?
No, this is a gel medium because we want it to be clear. We could stick these down with gesso, however, they'd just be white everywhere. Or you could use clear gesso if you don't have gel medium matte. You can use the gloss, but I like the matte just because then the layers are more entwined. The gloss makes the paint run.
With gel medium, is there any storage problems?
No. None. It's not much.
Oh.
Sorry, that seemed probably a bit harsh. No, there
I
isn't.
couldn't see the label.
Okay, then.
I'm not a psychic. I can't go, yes, Nandy's using this product.
Alright. Feels like I'm getting a little bit attacked by my younger brother here.
You wish.
Mate. Remember which one of us is bigger. Alright, so I'm just going to come in and do some dots now.
What paint are you using?
This is the Art by Marlene ones. They're great. You can make pearl drops out of these paint bottles.
Ooh. Is there any alternatives? Like, could you use the glow? What do you use? The Art by Marlene glow?
Yeah, you can use whatever colours you like. However, I'm saying that if you do make pearl drops out of this type of paint, once they're dry, I do suggest tweezers. I had little dots all over my apartment that weekend.
Could you use, like, how you got the steckles? Like, could you use those?
You could use pearl drops, not steckles. Steckles is the glitter.
Oh. Oops. Both come in the same kind of packaging.
If you said the same product.
I know what they both look like. I've had at least 5 people ask me if we have them this month.
Wow.
Hey, really?
Right.
What do you got?
I'm just going in and
Ooh, you haven't used pink yet.
yes, well, that is one of the colours in my colour pack that I always tend to use, so I'm trying to avoid it during classes.
Wow, you don't
Because
really...
not everyone's a pink person.
Well, you use blue's kind of in your comfort zone, but I don't see you using orange. Well, not that orange or
My comfort zone is like yellow. Well, a brighter yellow than this yellow. Teal or a nice light blue like this one.
yeah.
And pink. That's my colour palette.
Dee says, I absolutely love all your questions. Thank you very much. If you want to tell us your colour palettes, you can.
It's just what you're comfortable with painting with. There are colours, like everyone has colours that they just go to, like they lean on.
Favourite colours?
Favourite colours?
Some people just don't like some colours because of the way they look. It's just all about how a brain perceives the colour.
Yeah, and it's perfectly fine. It's what makes us human.
We're all unique.
Mm-hmm. I had one girl at my university course who didn't paint with anything but olive green.
Did she was she like a shock artist?
No.
Was it like different shades of olive green or anything?
I really can't describe her work, so quite unique.
Chloe says, hard to get away from the usual ones at the time, I find.
Yeah.
Pam says, my colour palette is purple, purple, and purple.
Gotcha, Pam. Yeah, so if you do want to, like, it's okay to keep with your, like, just with your general types of colours that you're happy with using. But if you do want to, like, challenge yourselves, you can put the colour that you normally, like, lean on the most, like, say, Pam, you could probably put the purple in a cupboard and use other colours, or, you know.
Well, you could try and lean towards more the lilac, because...
Exactly, or, like, using different versions of the colour. That's how I'm trying to step into red, by going into, like, burgundy. And then, like, you know, in 50 years' time, I'll be ready to paint with red.
You go, like, rose pink.
Yeah, I do use that sometimes.
Dee says, my favourite colours are blue, pink, purple, red.
Very nice colour palette.
Diane D says, red, orange, red and orange with a touch of black. Well, that's a nice colour set. Diane G says, can't do yellow. Well, yellow's an odd colour, because you know how you have those yellow highlighters?
Oh, that gives yellow a bad name.
Yeah, those yellow highlighters.
Funny you say that, Diane G, because I couldn't do yellow until Amelia was born.
Amelia?
And then her favourite plant was sunflowers, so all of a sudden I had to do yellow so many times. So I think it's more about practice, because it's such a transparent colour, and a lot of the times it can look heinous when you get just the wrong one.
It depends on the type of yellow. Like mustard yellow can look nice with other colours, but by itself it's very
It just looks like baby poo. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Then Chloe G said, that's an interesting one. I like it. And she replied to Di's palette about the red and orange with a tinge of black.
Yeah. So.
I think Mum's is like teal, magenta, white.
Purple.
Purple. It's not, is it like purple mixed with pink colour?
Yeah, it's more like a pastel purple and a pastel pink.
Yeah, because I know it's not like dark purple.
She also likes olive green, or like a nice blendy green. Because you gotta remember, Mum's a portrait painter, and with all portraits, you have to have a base coat of green, so then the person looks human. It's a one-on-one trick with hand portraits.
You also
So-
have blue, don't you?
Not as much as green. So I'm coming in with my sponge and this XOXO linen cutters. I'm just coming in and I'm giving a bit like a shadow stencil through.
Oh, I was supposed to put this in live notification group.
Yep.
I'm getting on that.
This coming through, and I'm doing like a white coat, so then it's still got. You can still see the stamping underneath, but it kind of just breaks up that color a bit.
There we go.
There we are. So it's just giving our eyes just a little bit of a break from all that brightness that we were doing. And then
You know, one class we're going to have to get you to use denim because we've been talking about denim for a while.
I did a whole art journal with denim. No, you missed the whole thing last year. That art journal was not. Oh,
Not happy time.
honestly, you can't stamp on denim.
Can't. Oh.
And stenciling is like pulling out teeth. Like it's an interesting thing to paint on, but when you paint on it like every 3 weeks, oh, no, thank you.
I mean, denim's nice to paint on when you do it like, you know, once a year.
Mm-hmm.
Because mum finds or someone finds one of your denim clothes and it's very small.
Well, it's just
ripped.
admit to it now. Mum comes along and she just rips anything with holes in it that's slightly baggy. That's denim.
Chloe G says, I like adding a lot of white on top. Oh, I like the adding of white on top. Oops.
So good. So we're just going to come in and we're going to add this grid pattern in. And I've chosen the grid pattern, like these lines, just because we have a lot of rectangle frames.
Debbie says, this looks awesome.
Oh, thank you. So, because we've chosen like the rectangle frames as our base collage layer, what we want to come and do is just get those lines back in to our collage or into our page. I'm also bringing in burgundy because it's just a bit of a darker color. Hey, no, I forgot to grab the stencil in the stencil box over there now. Can you go and grab me the mermaid scale looking one?
Where's the stencil box?
Next to the black bookshelf. No, wrong way. Glass sliding door. Walk into Mum's area and it's like right there as you walk into the entry.
Mermaid scales.
Isn't that by Marlene one?
Yeah, I think I found it. Like rainbows?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you look at from downwards, it's like mermaid scales, but upwards it looks like rainbows.
Yep. Yes, Jason, I know. Right.
Yeah, Naomi, where's the paper?
Don't really have a comeback to you right now. Give me 20 minutes. I'm focusing on something else, and now we're just going to come in.
Chloe says, Lexi says she likes it. She likes it being colourful and how it goes together.
Oh, thank you. See, it's just playing with colour.
Paraphrasing here, long. Have we heard Amelia laugh? I was just thinking that when you laugh, what does Amelia sound like when she laughs?
Evil.
Oh, that's I forgot about her. Wasn't her and Milton doing an evil laugh competition or something?
No, Mum and her have a natural cackle to their laugh.
Yeah, Mum sounds like the Wicked Witch of the West.
You said it, not me.
In a good way. In a good way.
I've got that recorded.
It just means she ever needs to do a play. No, character. Diane B says, loves these pages, Naomi-Jon.
Oh, thank you. It's just about playing around with colour.
Oh, that's a lovely green.
Yeah, I figured it just needed to tone the orange back a bit because the blue didn't quite do enough work, and neither did the yellow. And because I'm using line, which is basically just a segment, or like a section away from the yellow.
It's like a mixture of yellow and green. So it's like...
It's very close to yellow.
It's like not a lime green, it's more like when you put a lime in the sun for too long.
This is our colour grass at the peak of its growing. At its greenest.
In Gladstone, yeah.
We don't actually get green. We get...
Unless you're on Nana's yard.
Silver.
She waters it every day.
Yeah, that's just an unnatural green though. Like
you walk on her yard and your feet just start sinking.
It's fancy grass. That's how I think of it. How do you think of it?
I think of it as Nana needs a hobby, so she waters the grass. I mean, she has a job, but like every couple lessons she goes outside and she's got a timer sprinkler.
Yeah, because she... Look, our Nana is a piano teacher and she teaches out of her own home. So
Just want to make her house look nice.
her home is her shop. Has to have a pleasant walk-in moment, and she has this big lawn area. So imagine if she had all dead grass in front of her house.
It's not just grass. She has some plants.
Yes, a few.
Although she wasn't too happy when one of her students, remember I went over there and one of them ripped a flower out?
Oh, yeah, one of the students thought that they were helping by weeding out these flowers because at her family home, they only grow fruit and veg, so flowers are seen as like a weed. So she thought she might help our Nana out by weeding her garden for her.
Yeah, Nana doesn't grow fruit or veg. So I imagine her situation.
Once it was explained, she was okay.
She could never be mad at Sheeta. Let's be honest.
I don't know, she gets pretty mad at you sometimes.
Yeah, well that's because I'm related to her.
You're allowed to.
Yeah. She can hit me with the baton.
Yep. I'm glad to see she still keeps that saying up. It's like, do you know?
She doesn't say it.
We're related and I can hit you with the baton if I need to. Yes, Nana. Whatever you say.
I can call home and make you walk home.
Yeah. Although she didn't really pull that one with me because I'm a female.
I'll get something good and then, I'll be like, oh, that's good. And she'll be like, nah, needs to get better. If you don't get better by tomorrow, you're getting sent home in your lesson tomorrow.
You are the gifted one.
Although...
Okay, right.
Oh, the black one's
So,
nice.
I just rubbed my ink pad on.
What ink pad are you using?
The Distress Ink Black Soot one, which is not permanent. So, just a heads up, it will move on us when we add some water. But that's okay. So, I added it by scraping it along the edges. It was kind of like inking, but more of a mismatch of it, I guess you could call. So, it looks quite nice. Oh, I'm surprised.
Which
Shouldn't be.
Distress ink or distress oxide?
I definitely suggest distress ink with this one. The oxide will be too heavy. You want to keep to the ink just because you still have that transparent effect, so you can see your collage layers underneath it, kind of. Whereas the oxide will be very cloudy.
And it's like pure black or pure color.
I don't know how else to explain it, but like with oxides, they can become a bit cloudy when you use them in mixed media, especially when you do some water layers over top as well. Just very watery. Now, what we want to come and do.
Karen L says evening all.
Oh, evening. So we just want to come in and do some light.
Missy's doing much better today.
Stenciling, but we're going to do it with our palette knife. So we've got some dimension to it because this is very much a flat page right now because we've stuck mostly with stamping and watery layers of paint.
If you wanted, could you do like a sponge?
You could do a sponge, but I definitely want this layer to have some more dimension to it, just because all of our other layers are very flat, which means it can become very same to the eye.
Are you using gesso or white paint?
I'm using white paint. Gesso is probably better in this situation though for the body. I just didn't bother to get out my gesso because I put orange on my palette knife beforehand, so sticking this into my gesso tub is not an option.
Yeah.
For the next few hours.
Do is
mix paint
gesso.
in your gesso tub, exactly. So
it's like when you lend someone your watercolors and they ruin your yellow.
That's what you did when you were 5.
No, Amelia did that to my Jane Davenport colour. I had to get a baby wipe and clean it.
Well, that's why you only give Millie Mop Mop.
Yeah.
I don't have any skin colour because she decided to paint portraits of mine one day. All good there? Right, here we go. So
she's using it for something.
Very true. Right, so we're just coming in. Shit, we got some orange on our palette knife. We'll be fine. And yep. Just slow. Oh well.
Yeah, Mum will notice.
I guess I'm getting better on identifying when I do it now.
Yeah. Not like in quarantine where we kind of needed a buzzer.
I don't think my swearing was as bad as what it is now when I was 19 or 20. Oh no, it was 19 when quarantine first happened. Jeez, that was a long time ago.
You went through all first year of uni, you went through without COVID, or all the way through uni was COVID?
First year, didn't have any. The train system was a nightmare. Second year, spent 6 months in Gladstone.
Oh yeah.
Doing it. And then went back for my second semester. Yeah. And didn't use public transport because I was absolutely scared of my life. And then third year, barely anyone on the train.
Missy.
And I only had a 9-minute commute. I can tell you right now, it was absolute heaven third year. I also liked my third year a lot more because I got to do design in workplaces.
Did you do designs
I
for
did,
a couple publishers?
Yeah, book publishing and stuff like that. I actually got to use my art practice outside of university settings, which is where I thrive a bit better. I don't really thrive in the elitist sector, which is fun. Right. So by adding in our white paint a bit thicker with our mermaid scales, it adds that dimension to it. And I've just gone around and I've done just like I'm gonna say like a smooth stroke of white in a few of the corners and edges, just to dull back that, like take back some of that black, because I did overload the page just a little bit, and it just gives the colors a little bit more oomph, I think, to them. But now I just want to, I'm just gonna come in And there are a few spots I'm going to make darker with this blue. Because we do want to make our darks darker and our lights lighter. Just a little bit. It's a quick trick. Just to get your contrasts up.
Diane D says awesome. Marie says love. I love it. It looks so very beautiful.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, the original technique was supposed to be us stenciling with gauze. That didn't really work. So we've gone in and now stamped it, which is still a pretty cool technique, and the gauze is usable. So I'll just grab our gauze piece down. So this is it drying. It is like completely orange.
You could use it for a pastel. You know those hats that you wear on
Oh, a fascinator.
Yeah, fascinator. I was about to say pacifier, but that's something else.
That's a baby's
Yeah, I was like, oh, I know it's something around that. D says looks fantastic. I love it.
Oh, thank you. So we're just coming in. This one here was mainly playing around with what we already use as collage, but use it as something different rather than just collage, because it is always good to have multiple options when you're coming at your materials, even if you're doing like a scrapbooking page or a card, or if you are doing a painting.
If you're using a scrapbooking page, instead of just sticking the gauze down, you could dye it if you wanted with your watercolors or your paints.
Mm-hmm. It's always good to know on your options.
Nothing more fun than experimenting some new things.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can never go wrong with experimenting. You'll always find something new, whether it's bad or good.
Experimenting is good. Right, and then let's come in and add a few of my signature flowers. I think I should just make these flowers my signature.
Dad
and
says, hello, beautiful daughter.
Hello, Dad. Dad's gone to work.
Must be on his break.
No, he hasn't started yet.
No, it's 7:49.
He starts at 8.
Oh, at 8. Pam says, amazing.
Thank you, Pam. Right. So just come in and add in. Oh my gosh, we actually are going to make it in the 1 hour gap really well today.
Who knows, you might get a medal. The Scrapbook Fantasies, who had the shortest class.
No, who just kept the time limit?
I don't think anyone would win that award because everyone's gone over at one point.
Yeah, some of my classes have been 2 hours. They were long ones. Right, so now we've got that there. What I want to come in and do is I'm just going to come in with some cobalt alcohol ink glitter accent.
You just want to show them what it is.
So, alcohol ink. So, remember with alcohol inks, big wide open space, all the rest of it well ventilated. And we're just going to come in and, no, do you want to go and open the back sliding glass door?
Yeah. You want the fans on?
Shouldn't be too bad.
I'll put them on one.
Yep, just run until after class because we're nearly done.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't hurt you, Nanny, because you're a frog. Yeah, the cold hurts frogs.
You wait until tomorrow. I'm going to leave you to mark all that stuff by yourself. Okay. Alright, and then more.
It's like a shimmery effect.
Yeah.
Is there any other safety things with the alcohol ink?
If you do have sensitive skin, wear gloves.
like if you had dermatitis on your hands, eczema.
Yeah.
You should be wearing gloves, Naomi-Jon.
I'm glad you picked up on that one.
Yeah, I was using my head sensitive skin now, bro. You had eczema. I was like,
No, I should have gloves on. Oh, shush. Do as I say, not as I do.
Can already smell it.
That's good because I can't. I can still smell chlorine from this afternoon.
Yeah, Naomi's been doing very well with swimming, actually.
Oh, thank you. I feel like I need to get faster though. To get
When it gets to Christmas time, you'll be able to kick your legs and make the whole wave like a wave pool.
I don't use my legs.
Okay, use your hands.
That's why I have so much like great arm muscle right now.
Sandra says, I changed that saying to do as I tell you to not as I say or do.
Ah, now that is a good one. We should write that down. No. Come on.
I'll grab that on my book.
Well, make sure we reference you though. Don't worry.
Yeah. The whole statement or just... or the quote?
What do you think we're going to need to be able to repeat the quote?
The whole thing.
All right. Sorry? We just think it's going to be real good fodder to use at Milton at Christmas. Because, you know. Right, I think we're done. I think I'm just playing around with this now. Sorry. Let me... Ooh! And there you go, folks. Yeah. That's my mum in the background. Okay. So thank you all for coming. This is this afternoon's or tonight's class, and we're just gonna do a bit of a close-up, see? Adding this watercolor in back in here. Max. Yep. That's my mum's laugh. Pure and beautiful. Right. Shut up, it's like so thank you all for coming tonight. Don't forget. Don't remember. Oh, that would be bad, wouldn't it? Don't forget. Don't forget that tomorrow night at 7 p.m. we are doing Friday Night Live. It will not be with the new Studio 73 because it hasn't arrived yet. And it's definitely not going to arrive tomorrow. So, we're almost 100% sure about that. So, it's
Grandma says legs crossed.
I don't know where she got that from. Hey.
It's supposed to be fingers crossed, but I think she just got it wrong.
See, and you wonder where I get Budapest from. Anyway, so thank you all for coming. So tomorrow night we're using something in the Friday Night Live. And was there anything else we have to mention? Oh, we finished designing the on safari papers, but you guys can't see that yet. Very exciting. It looks absolutely beautiful.
Naomi needs to start her own range. She promised Jason.
I only promised 2 years ago, so we've still got plenty of time. So thank you all for coming and have a wonderful and great week. Bye.